Hey there, Aquarius. Welcome to your reading for the week, this is for mid-September 2022. We're going to take a look at your current general energies in this first row here. In your next row, we are going to take a look at what you need to know at this time, and we're also going to see if there's anything unexpected that could be coming in for you here in this row. Next row, we're going to look at the good stuff. So just anything good that could be coming in for you in this row here. And then, and again, it doesn't matter that the Ten of Swords is here. It's going to be good no matter what. In the last row, we're going to look at 5 main themes that you could be dealing with in this row here. And by the way, we're also going to pull 3 yes or no question cards at the end. And I will give you time to think of your questions. So you start with this water card. It says emotions are at their peak. So I'd be careful your emotions. I'm doing this on the 10th, and so the day of the Pisces full moon, and I would be careful of your emotions with this energy for sure. Some of you could be very emotional. You have the 3 of Swords here. I'm not going to sugarcoat it or anything, but I just wouldn't let your emotions get the best of you. The funny thing is that you have the 8 of Swords. 8 of Swords always says, she's standing in a very shallow pool of water on the 8 of Swords, and I'll show you in a minute, but, it kind of says that her emotions are shallow. Not that you are shallow, but that the things you might be feeling about a situation are, maybe they're true, maybe they're not, but she needs to take her blindfold off. She needs to find answers so that she's not just, assuming that things are one way or the other in any area of her life. For some of you, this could be love. But for others, it could be, whatever, right? Obviously, duh. But, again, I feel like you need to definitely watch your emotions, especially around the time of this moon, for sure. You have the 3 of Swords, the Page of Cups, and the World. The 3 of Swords is a card that represents temporary emotions. You can see that it's raining on the 3 of Swords, and so it does represent a temporary situation because it doesn't rain forever. It's also a card of forgiveness, so you could be going through a period where you're forgiving people. Maybe you're forgiving one person, multiple people. You could be forgiving situations, or you could even be forgiving yourself. And I feel all those things are good things to be doing. You end with the 2 of Cups here. The 2 of Cups is like you and your higher self. So again, there could be some spiritual healing going on here as well. You have the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups could be love. So some of you could be dealing with a water sign that could be making you emotional. You could be, it could be anything. But I feel for a lot of you that you do have a lot of good love energy here. For some of you, there's something about a completion and a blockage, which is interesting, that is popping into my head. Maybe you're feeling blocked in love, or maybe you're feeling like there is, that something needs to be completed here. I feel I don't know what this word, I don't know what I'm getting. I don't know if it's a hindrance, it's almost as if there's something in the way. That's what I mean by a blockage, and I kind of feel it here on the World card. The World card is a good card, but, it can represent a completion, an ending to a cycle, or something ending and moving on to a new beginning. But the weird thing is this right here, going from the World to the 8 of Swords. 8 of Swords is self-imposed restriction. It's like something is preventing your 2 of Cups in this reading, I feel, here, Aquarius. And we're going to have to figure out what that is, obviously. It could be a fire sign. You have the King of Wands right here. But I feel like there's some sort of blockage. And again, that 2 of Cups could be anything. It doesn't have to be love. It's you and your higher self, I feel. So it could be love, but it could also be your goals, wishes, dreams, something that you want to do in your life. And I kind of feel that. So let's see. Let's see what's going on here. The 3 of Swords, you have the King of Cups. Again, emotions. King of Cups, he is sitting in choppy waters, but he is perfectly fine. So he is in total control of his emotions. So it doesn't matter what's going on around him. He doesn't assume that things are one way or the other. He trusts himself. He trusts how he feels, but he's also very much in control of his feelings. And that's what I feel. I feel that could be a very good energy for you. I'm also getting moving here in this reading. Some of you could be about emotional about a move. With the Page of Cups, you have the 5 of Cups. There's some regrets going on here. I don't know if it's you or a person that's feeling regrets, but again, I feel like you need to see that there's like a new opportunity behind you. This is a card of kind of being grateful for what you do have, because when you turn around and see these two cups, you see this bridge and this castle here. And so he doesn't just get these two cups, he gets the bridge and the castle, but he's crying over something that he's lost his taste for in the first place. Like if you're moving on from a person, it's like sometimes I think we can move on from a person, we can be sad about it, but it's like maybe we've also lost our taste for the person in the first place. You know, it's kind of one of those things. And I kind of feel that here. It's like, have you lost your taste for a person? Are you just sad because you're lonely? Or, you know, are you sad because you really miss a person, right? If this has to do with a person. For others, I kind of just feel it could be emotional just in general, right? With the World card, I don't know, you have the Ace of Swords, victory. It's like, you know, Ace of Swords cuts both ways. There's no doubt about it. There's a palm frond right here and an olive branch over here. And the palm frond can represent a sacrifice. The olive branch can represent an offer of peace. So there could be some sort of apology coming in for you. We'll have to look at it, but there could also be some communication coming in for you here with the Ace of Swords, but this could also be a victory. So, you know, I kind of feel there is some sort of victory coming in for you. It's not looking as bad as it was here, Aquarius. Let's find out. Next, in the area of what you need to know, you have this shift card. It says, taking your career in a totally different direction. It says, have courage to change course, continue to grow and change and learn. And then here it says, you reach the end of a route where you cannot continue traveling. You also have this card, blank canvas. This makes perfect sense. It says, do not fear blank canvas. Use it to turn your life into a masterpiece. There you go. So I feel this energy for a lot of people right now where we could be kind of starting over in some way or in some area of our life. You have the Page of Wands as your first card. The Page of Wands is about going on adventure or needing to go on an adventure. So, you know, but the adventure with the Page of Wands could just be building a new business, building a new career, building a new you. In the first place, it could be you building a new relationship, right? So I feel like you're building something here. You have the Page of Wands, the Eight of Swords, and the Nine of Pentacles. The Eight of Swords, again, has to do with your emotions. Like I said, you can see here that she's standing in that very shallow pool of water, but nothing is holding her back. There's no one in front of her. For some of you, I'm wondering if you're you have this influence card at the end, and there are two people on it, kind of looks like the lovers, and there's a snake on it. Like, I'm wondering if you have been influenced in love. That's why there could be regrets here with the Five of Cups, or you could be dealing with a person who has been influenced in love, meaning that they have people telling them not to be with you, for example, whatever the case may be. I'd get that feeling here for some of you. For others, I feel like this is, not love. Plain and simple for most of you. I feel like it's talking about this right here. Nine of Pentacles is you becoming truly independent and very successful. She is truly independent, not toxically independent. She's able to take care of herself. She's able to control her environment, and she's also able to do something to a high degree of accuracy. She has grapes behind her, and grapes in the tarot are meant to represent something that's very difficult to grow, something that requires special conditions. So I feel like you have something that you can do, or you're getting ready to start doing it with that Page of Wands, something inside of you, like a talent, gift, skill, or ability that not only could make you money or make you successful, but is also something that you do extremely well. So I feel that it is time for you to focus with the Nine of Pentacles, number one, and also get a move on here, Aquarius. I feel like I said this to you in your last reading, that it's like time to get moving, especially with this Page of Wands. He's very enthusiastic and excited by things, and I feel that's what you need to move towards, is things that excite you, things that fill you with energy and happiness, and things that, kind of bring you joy. That's what this card is all about, and that's exactly what I would be doing. You could be building a masterpiece, like that card says, or turning your life into a masterpiece, right? Let's see. With the Page of Wands, you have the Two of Cups twice here. Could be a fire sign coming in for some of you if you're looking for love. You have basically everything here, so take it how it resonates. Could be any sign. But again, you could be building that. I really feel, again, turning your life into a masterpiece, right? And like I said at the beginning of the reading, this is you and your higher self. This right here is a staff of Hermes, and it can represent communication. So I feel like communicating more with your higher self could be important. You can do this through meditation, you can write yourself letters, you can, there's a million things you can do. Pray, meditate, just scream out into the universe. Get into your car and scream. I don't know. That's what I used to do. So, that's what I would do here with the Two of Cups. And I would start talking to your higher self, or start talking to yourself about how you want your life to be. And I feel like you're going to get it here. And I also feel like the more in alignment that you are with your higher self, the more things are going to work out in your life. With the Eight of Swords, you have the Judgment card. Waking up to your true purpose. Every single reading I've done has had major changes in it. But again, I feel this is just a sign of the times. I think it's almost impossible to be alive right now and not be experiencing a significant change. So I feel you could be going through a major, major change here with the Judgment card. I feel that some of you are waking up to something as well, something that you maybe did not see the first time. That's literally what I feel like saying right now. It's Mercury retrograde. I would definitely be careful going back to an ex here, because of Mercury retrograde. And I really don't feel this has to do with love. I feel like some of you, it's like, you have that card there that says whatever it says, a shifting, right? You're shifting something. So if you've been like working on a project, I feel like you could be revisiting it and seeing something you didn't see the first time. It's almost like you're figuring something out to make it work better. So for those of you working on projects or businesses, if you're revisiting any of those things, I feel like you're discovering your purpose there, and that could be powerful. With the Nine of Pentacles, you have the Sun. A lot of happiness coming in for you. I feel like the more you focus on yourself, the better. With this Nine of Pentacles, the Nine of Pentacles, again, is a card of independence. That does not mean you are alone. That just means that you focus on making your life, as high vibe as you possibly can. By doing that, then you're probably going to, if you want love, for example, then you'll attract a high vibe situation in love if you make your life super high vibe. Same thing in business or money. It's like by doing high vibe things in those areas of life, you're just going to attract more high vibe things in your life. And I feel that the Sun is kind of like talking about that. Next, in the area of the good stuff, you have this innovation card. You also have this influence card as well. I do feel like some of you could feel that something is influencing your love life. Again, this is the good stuff, so, it's going to be good no matter what. But as I've said to everyone, and look at this right here, Aquarius, if I can get this to work. Oh, you missed it. It was 12-12. But anyway, what I was saying is that I feel that you could feel that something maybe influenced your love life, or something was influencing your love life. I guess the good news is that I feel if that's the case, that you're seeing the truth, or again, if you're dealing with a person who saw this, I feel like they're seeing it. And other than that, I feel that you could be coming up with a lot of good ideas. I literally just said to someone, it's pretty crazy because I think there's another card in this deck that kind of represents the same thing here. And I think it was the person that I read for before the last person. But they had a card like this about innovation, or kind of coming up with new ideas. Again, we're entering into this time of Aquarius, your sign. So I feel like any new ideas you have, any innovative ideas, any crazy ideas you have for your life, those are going to be the things that are going to lead to the most success for you. You have the Two of Cups, the Ten of Swords, and the Magician here. I feel like this is, of course, you showing up in a very strong position. Again, I feel like you're manifesting things very, very quickly. I would really look at all the tools at your disposal. Like, look at this table. It's covered in every suit on the tarot. He has mastery over all the suits. Kind of the weird thing is that intuitively, I have the word outcomes popping into my head. As in, like, I feel like you need to realize that whatever you're starting, or anything that you're doing in your life, the outcome can be different than what you are thinking. And why is that important? I don't know. I feel maybe you're kind of looking at situations and saying, oh, it's going to go this way. Maybe getting it too attached to the outcome is causing regrets in your life with the Five of Cups in all areas of your life, right? Not just love, but business, work, health, family matters, and otherwise. And this is like a major realization, I feel, that you're having. And it's going to lead to a lot more happiness in your life, because I feel it's making you more free and maybe more carefree. Maybe you're saying to yourself, I really can't control the outcome, so I'm just not going to worry about it. It's almost like you're worrying less, is what I'm getting on the Magician card. Again, not what it represents, but that's what I'm getting. You have the Ten of Swords. And again, this is the good stuff, so it doesn't matter that you have the Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords can represent the ending of something, but he is making a symbol with his hands here that represents a blessing. I do feel for some of you that there could have been an ending in your recent past, and this could actually be a blessing, is what the Ten of Swords is saying. Ten of Swords is also just kind of a card of something being dead, done, over with, and being removed from your life. So, for some of you, I feel that you could be just removing something from your life that has been holding you back for a long time. Could be a belief, a job, a person, anything. You also have the Two of Cups. There's some sort of spiritual connection here. For some of you, I do feel there is love here. I feel like there are ego issues. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I've said this to you before here, Aquarius. I'm pretty sure there's some sort of issue of the ego. It could be, take it how it resonates. Could be them, could be you, could be both of you. I'm not taking a side here. But I do feel, and I don't mean ego like, oh, you're a jerk. I mean like, we all, again, I think any spiritual teacher that claims that they have no ego is a goddamn liar, is what I'd say to you, Aquarius. So, for the most part, we all have ego issues. We all have something that we probably need to let go of, overcome, or stop doing, right? But there's some sort of blockage here, I feel, even though this is the good stuff. I do feel like there's good stuff here. I feel like there's love coming in for you. So, there you go. But, take that how it resonates, right? It could be something you're working on. I said on that Page of Wands, building, right? So you could be working with a person that you're with already on ego issues. But let's dig into it and see, because I'm not exactly sure. With the Two of Cups, here you go. Could be a Scorpio. You have a lot of water showing up here in this reading. You also have the World, which also has Scorpio on it. And it could also be a Capricorn, I'm getting as well. The World can represent Capricorn, but what I see here is that there's some sort of change. The Sun is coming up here in the background. And you can also see that the King is dead right here. So I feel for a lot of you that something established is being maybe removed from your life. I've talked about this a million times, that I think between now and 2025, we're going to see a lot of institutions, a lot of things that have been established for a long time going away. Not a bad thing. We're probably inventing better systems. And, this I know that's a very general statement, but literally could be happening everywhere in every area of life. But I feel like you could be seeing this in your personal life right now. And the Sun is coming up on the Death card, so happiness. With the Ten of Swords, 4 wands, marriage. So there definitely could be marriage coming in for you. Whatever this ending is setting you free, or could be creating a sense of freedom. The 4 wands is a card of marriage, but it's also a card of freedom. Being set free, going through this portal right here in the middle of the card is the thing that is going to lead to the most success. With the Magician, you have the King of Swords. King of Swords is about being very direct, open, and honest. I feel like that's going to be the best bet. And that's also your energy, so that looks really good. Now that I'm seeing it, you have the World, the Judgment card, and the 4 wands. I feel for a lot of you that if you're leaving behind something that's been established for a long time and going towards something new that maybe you've never experienced, I feel like that's going to be a good thing. This could be something that you fantasized about for a long time as well with that Page of Cups. You could be, it's almost as if you're taking something out of the dream world or out of the fantasy, world, and you're actually experiencing it. I feel like I've said this to you before as well. I feel like I'm repeating myself. But again, when I repeat myself, it's obviously a message you need to hear. But what I would say here is that I feel that, some of you could be ending something you have experienced, like in real life, and you're moving towards something that you haven't experienced. I hope that makes sense. Probably not. It's Mercury retrograde. I'm making no sense. Now we're going to look at 5 main themes for you. You have this Taurus card. It says slowly but surely getting ahead. So there you go. I feel maybe things have felt a little bit slow. I'm not going to lie. I do feel like people in your life could think that you've been a little bit slow, or one person could think that things have been moving too slow. I don't know. Take it how it resonates. But, again, I feel like you're getting there. The tortoise has its shell on its back, so I feel this has to do with protection. Oh, my God. My camera might have just gone out. Typical retrograde. But anyway, what I would say here is that I feel that some of you, this is for protection purposes. Next, you have this Clouds card. It says temporary problems. We talked about this with the 3 of Swords. So I feel that you could be, have experienced some issues and problems in your life, but these are probably temporary things with the Clouds card. So, again, wouldn't even worry about it. Next, you have this Dog card. It says protection from a powerful friend. So again, there's a lot of protection around you at this time, Aquarius. Even with that 2 of Cups, again, I get this like protection from your angels, guides, ancestors, whatever you want to call it. I really get a spiritual side to that card. I'm feeling it in this reading much more than I normally do. So I feel, and you even have this right here, this Judgment angel right there. So I feel like your guides are protecting you, and you're just protected in life in general. Next, you have this Parrot card. It says someone will gossip about all your secrets. Again, I think the best thing to do in 2022 because of Mars retrograde, if people are gossiping about you, is to just not even engage in the gossip, because it'll just make you look guilty with Mars retrograde. The thing about Mars retrograde is if you don't engage, then they look stupid and they just look like they're just talking about you, and people know that. So I wouldn't even engage in gossip or anything like that. I also feel you need to be careful of your words right now. You have the Magician, your words, and that Sorceress on the World card. Your words can create worlds, Aquarius. Next, you have this Bell card. You have some sort of announcement here. Can we get information on this announcement? Money path. A path of money is waiting for you. Love it. So there could be money coming in because of an announcement, or you could be getting news about money with this energy as well. But that looks really good there, Aquarius. Kind of like a heavy reading in parts, but Overall, I feel like you're moving towards more positivity in general. So let's see, and you're turning your life into a masterpiece. We're going to do 3 yes or no question cards here. So we're going to do 1, 2, and 3. Feel free to pause this reading if you need time to think your questions. 1, 2, 3. For question number 1, I would say no. Again, the crown falling off. You have that that 10 of Swords. You have the Death card as well, with the King being dead on the King of on the Death card. To me, I literally said this in a reading. Then the Queen dies right the other day, and again, I feel like we're going to be seeing this a lot in the world. I don't think that's the only thing that's going to happen. I feel there's going to be bigger things happening than that, right? Of kind of establishments collapsing in the world. And again, this is only the beginning, I would say. But I do feel some of you could be maybe had like a this. You could be asking about something that was meant to kind of bring you back down to reality. Kind of that's what the Tower represents. For question number 2, I would say yes. Ace of Swords, definitely a victory coming in for you, so yes. For question number 3, yes, you have the Ace of Cups. Your emotions overflowing, a lot of happiness coming in for you as well. So yes, this looks really good, Aquarius. So thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your Sun, Moon, and Rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. But thank you, and definitely enjoy your week.